Good morning, class. It's Wednesday morning. Wanted to give you a solution to most of the homework problems I had you do for today. So I want to start with this problem 7-22. Okay. So Jim Root Corporation operates bowling alleys. The business just received the October 31st bank statement from Citibank, and the statement shows an ending balance of $910. So my balance per bank is $910. Statement shows an ending balance of $910. Listed on the statement are an EFT rent collection of $410. In other words, this is electronic funds transfer. They received $440. Someone's paying them rent of $440. So the bank knows about that. We don't know about it on the books. So we're going to put rent income here of $440. NSF checks totaling $50. So this would be bounce checks. These are checks that did not clear the bank. And a service charge of $7. Okay, again, we don't know about it until we get the bank statement. $7, that's going to be a subtraction. Our NSF checks of $50. Again, that's going to be a subtraction. Service charge for printed checks. And that was $23. And reviewing the cash records, the business identified outstanding checks totaling $440. Again, that's going to be a subtraction. And a deposit in transit of $1,800. During October, the business recorded a $200 check by debiting sales expense and crediting cash for $26. So that's now my error, but it went against salaries expense, and the difference between those two is $234, and that's a subtraction. Business cash account on October 31st shows a balance of $21.44. And when you total these up, this is $22.70. This is $22.70, and therefore they balance. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to do the journal entries, and we're going to do journal entries for the stuff that's not recorded on the books. That is, we're going to do journal entries for these transactions because these have not been recorded on the books. Okay, so my debits are going to be all the ones that are negative, and my credits are going to be all the ones that are positive. These are debits. These are debits. This one's a credit. So my journal entry then is pretty easy. Bank charges, of 70. My NSF checks are going to be accounts receivable because they still owe us those amounts of money. We just need to go and try to collect it. I'm going to call this printing charges bank charges again. This salary expense here needs to go against my salaries expense. This 440 needs to go as rent income. Of $440. And then cash is going to be for the difference between those two. And I didn't total that up. 2270 minus 2144 would be 62. Looks like 126. And that would then be the bank reconciliation and the journal entries accompanying that bank reconciliation. That's what you're going to have to do on the exam, is a bank reconciliation with the accompanying journal entries. Okay? I'm going to skip ahead just a minute. I'm going to give you an additional problem to do to help you get ready for the exam, and do problem 7-27A. Do 7-27A. And later today or tomorrow, I will send you the solution to that problem, and you can check your work as preparation for the exam. All right. Let me just talk about 7-23A. There's a good separation of duties situation here, except for two problems in 23A. And the first problem is that this person that's opening the checks and separating the checks from the remittances or cash from the remittances is doing it by himself. And the second problem, then, he has the ability then to write off those bad accounts. And the problem is with that situation is he has the ability to take cash out of those from those envelopes, put it in his pocket, and because he can do the write-offs of the bad debts, he could take that cash, put it in his pocket, write it off as a bad debt, so the customer doesn't continue to get bills. And if the customer doesn't continue to get bills and doesn't complain, no one will ever know. And so that's the primary weakness here in problem 23. Okay, problem 25 is a petty cash problem. And when I start with a petty cash problem, I do just a quick check. And the check I do is I say, okay, how much money do we actually have in our petty cash drawer? And in this case, it's $90 that I have in my petty cash drawer. In addition, I have receipts the total $230. That gives me a total of $320. What I'm supposed to have in my petty cash is $300. And so I have a cash overage of $20. Okay? So now with that in mind, the journal entries now are really easy to do. I have office supplies of $30. I have a cab fare for the executive. I'm just going to call that a miscellaneous expense. No magic on what term you use for that. That's $20. We have a delivery expense. And that is $50. We have meals and entertainment expense. And that was $40. And finally, merchandise inventory for $90. And we have this, because this is now an overage, cash over and short is now going to be a credit for $20 and cash for $210. All right, and that's it. Simple as that. Okay. Watch your email. I'll send you out the solution to 7-27A. And that will be both the bank reconciliation and the accompanying journal entries. So make sure you do that problem. If you have questions, please email me and the whole class, and I'll answer those, and I'll get the solution out to you today or tomorrow. All right. Good luck. Be safe. Bye.